Oh, hello there. I'm going to go ahead and cover what I got done about making the explosions look cool. So the first part of this assignment involved making the actual graphic. So you should have already done that. You should already have used Photopea to make a 40 pixel by 40 pixel graphic. You should have exported that graphic as a PNG file, and you actually should have even gotten it into your code over here. In this spot, you should have pasted the links for the explosion graphic. Now, it's okay to use the same link for all three of the explosion graphics, for explosion graphic 0, 1, and 2. Notice that all three of those links are the exact same. When you have the link for your graphic, that's great. The graphic's ready, it's linked up. If I click on this, I can follow the link and I can see, oh, there's one of my cute little 40 by 40 graphics right there. The other thing you needed to make sure you did is that you set the anchor points for each of the graphics so that we'll anchor the graphics from their center instead of from their top left corner. So getting the graphics anchors set. That all was done before we even started this assignment. Should have already been set up in most of your code. I'm assuming that's already done, that you've already got this set up. If you don't, pause the video, get that set up. If you need to, you can follow this link right here to my audio and graphics. And on that, you'll find that I've got some explosion graphic placeholders. There's 3 different links. Copy one of them and use that link 3 times, and you'll have your link set up for temporary. Though, if you have my graphic, the best score you'll get is a 6.3 out of 9, which is a D+. You want to get that A, you need to go create your own graphic. Once you have that set up here, once you have your links for your graphics set up and you have the anchors set to the center, all we have to do then is go to the very end of our code. At that point where we make the explosion circle. Let me go ahead and hide one thing here. It just gives me just a little bit more room here on my screen, and maybe minus out just one little spot. There we go. So right in here, make explosion circle. We need to change this from making circles to making graphics. So for all three of these, you can delete setting the color. We do not need to set the color for any of these. You can delete on all three, you can delete setting the color. But on all three of these, we are going to need to set the size. So we'll need to set the size on all three of these. Let me copy dot set size. Circle 2, dot set size. Circle 3, paste the dot set size. And none of these are going to be circles. So these are going to be our explosion graphic 0, explosion graphic 1, and explosion graphic 2. And so the last thing we got to do here in order to make this work, because at this point now, just with what I've set up, our explosions will work, but they won't look good. It's like, well, I'm going to get an error here. Yeah, because I leaped before I should have looked. Right in here, we need to put circle radius times 2 by circle radius times 2. And we'll need to put that inside of the middle of the parentheses on each of these. Circle radius times 2 times circle radius times 2. And I will, and there's another problem. sort this one out. Let's see. So my explosion is not happening exactly in the position that I expect it to. Let's see. Explosion X. Yeah. Go back and check right in here. Did I miss something in here? Ah, all three of these are explosion graphics 0. That should have been 1, and that should have been 2. Mr. Booth, that's a neck, self-apply. Okay. And now when I run it and I get an explosion, there we go. That's how I want it. And so I can see more than one explosion. Let me set my score to win back to like 0 so I can really appreciate what I've done here. There we go. There's a nice explosion. Another nice explosion. Oops, collided with the enemy. All right. That's all there is to it, though. That's all there was to it. And you'll have cool explosions working in your game. Thanks now.